So what are storyboards, and why do we do storyboards? Uh, what is, are they necessary? How important are they as a tool to help a filmmaker? Storyboards essentially is pre-visualization, what we call previs, of the scene which you're going to shoot in the future. At times storyboards are made, they're basically sketches, they're still pictures which are put in an order, in a sequence of how the scene will flow. And quite often they are made much in advance, at times even an year in advance as such. If you see this scene, this is a prime example. The boys are leaping up into the sky and a MiG-21 plane flies over them. Now, when we were shooting, the boys just leaped into an empty sky, imagining a MiG-21 plane there. And the plane later on, the fighter plane was later on added on VFX, which is the visual effects. So, visual effects is one area where storyboards are very important, because quite often the picture has been put together in various layers. So what an audience gets to see is not exactly what we have shot on the day. Later on the sky is changed, a plane is added, an airfield is added. So it's important to pre-visualize all that, and the elements which will be shot live and the elements which will be added on post-production, which is even after the edit, when it goes for special effects, for visual effects. So all those elements can be combined and that one picture can come out as it was imagined at the storyboard level. A storyboard is then a sequence of still pictures which will then be emulated to create a sequence of moving pictures. Do storyboards restrict us, or are they a very effective tool? They have to be used with a lot of discretion. Personally, I'm not a great fan of storyboards, but then for storyboarding the entire film, because I think the dramatic moments, the magic of the emotions and the acting and the performances happens when you are in the real moment. It happens between calling action and calling cut, and that should not be taken away from the actors and the director. However, there are some big there's some big pieces, like in the beginning of this scene there's an aerial shot which is a helicopter following a jeep and bikes in open fields entering a deserted fort. So unless we pre-visualize it on the day of the shoot, and it's a very expensive day of a shoot because you hired a helicopter, it's not a very easy shot to do, you don't have it for the full day, you can only maybe get it for an hour or two. So your planning has to be very strong as to how you will execute. So storyboard helps you out there as such. So yes, so if there are big piece numbers, the action sequences, the elaborate action sequences, especially where there is VFX, that is visual effects, a storyboard becomes not only a great help, but I would say a necessity in modern day filmmaking. And it always amazes me that something which you had visualized so long back, even before you went on the shooting floor or on the shooting location, and then you follow those drawings, those sketches, and how they come out into moving pictures. It's only a feeling, it's very difficult to describe it. For the students of cinema, I would say go by instincts. follow your instincts. Don't follow the rule book all the time, even if it says that you have to do storyboards. You can do it, but on the day, if you feel differently and new ideas are coming and the volcano within is kind of erupting, then tear the storyboard and throw it away. And go with your instincts. Having said that, storyboards, as I told you earlier, does help you in things which could go out of control otherwise if you had not planned it, because pre-visualization at times is better than no visualization.